Welcome to Simple Action using Piskel, where we'll take just a simple shape and move it around with a minimum of 5 frames just to get used to animation in the frames. So we're going to search up Piskel, or you can use the link, hit Create Sprite, and it's going to load Piskel. We've got the workspace right here. It's got a checkerboard, so it's all see-through, nothing on there. We've got all the tools on the left. We got a pen, a bucket, an eraser. We've got rectangle and circle tools. We've got the move tool. And then, of course, we have our colors down here, all the colors of the rainbow, plus all the different hues associated with each one. And then up here, we have our frames. So we can add frames for animation here. We can erase them. We can duplicate them. And that's going to come in handy for today. If we look on the right side, we see the preview. So we're going to be able to see our animation start moving on that side. And so it's great. Let's start with a color. I'm going to pick a bright color. I'm going to choose a pen, and you can see the pen. You can change the size of the pen tool. So you can have small, medium, large, and then large. And if you are looking for the shortcuts, the hotkeys right here, Control Z, that's one of the biggest ones. So if you make a mistake and you want to undo, you can hit Control Z, and you saw how many there were there. So if you want to get really adept at this program, there they are. I'm going to start off by just making a simple rectangle. It's going to be nice and big, taking up a fair amount of the space. And this is what I'm going to animate. So up here, I see the frame. I'm going to hit duplicate, and you can see it just makes a full copy. Everything's the same. If I grab the hand, the little move tool, and I can now move this. And then as I move that, now we have 2 frames going up and down, up and down. And so that's what we're going to use. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to change this animation just by making one thing, moving it, and then duplicating. So that's our pattern today. Animation is all about patterns. And so duplicate, move it, take a look at how it's going. So now you can see the preview. It's doing a bit of a circle. And another great thing we have here is the frames per second. So how fast the animation goes is the frames per second. And we have a bar where we can drag it. We can make it hyperactive. We can make it really slow. You can find what fits the best. Right here, we have the onion skin tool, and that shows us where the last frame is at so that we can really gauge how far we're moving these objects. And the smaller the steps, the smoother the motion. So today, we're just kind of getting something moving. Later on, we'll worry about how smooth things are. This is starting to look good. I think we have enough frames. We've got more than 5, in fact, which is the minimum. And now we don't have a background. So let's add a background in by using a new layer. So with each frame, you can have multiple layers. So if we hit the plus sign, you can see my square went ghostly. And over here, you don't see any squares. And that's just because we're on a different layer. So I'm on layer 2. It's above layer 1 right now. And we actually want to switch it. And you can actually label these. If you want to double click, then you can label that one background so you know what you're working with. And in order to make the background the actual background, we'll slip it under. But let's get the color. Let's set it up first. So I'm going to get a black color. That's going to be a good contrast against the red. Grab the paint bucket, and I just spill it over the whole page. And now you can see there's like a little black dot in there. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. So now it's like, okay, how do we get the background behind the red square? That's simple. So if we click on the background layer, it's on top. We want it below. So you hit the down arrow, and now we can see that red square once again. And now we want it through every frame, and we can clone it. So if you hit the sheep were one of the first mammals to be cloned, and so we're going to hit the clone, and now you can see all of them have a black background. And that's exactly how we want it. We got the black background here, we got the red square rolling around, and this looks like it could be done. This could be a 3. So now what do we have to do? We want to finalize the frame speed, figure out what looks the best, fast or slow, and then we're ready to download this thing. So there's 2 things. There's save, and then there's export. And so saving is if you're in the middle of the project, you want to work on it more, it's going to make a .Piskel. You can drag it in. Export is when you're done. So the first thing you want to do is scale this thing up to about the middle. Otherwise, it will be so small. So we want to go to the middle here. And then it already says loop repeatedly, which is great. And it's already a GIF as well. So when we're ready, we can hit download. It heads to your downloads folder, and you always want to check it and make sure it's running. So right now you can see I saved it as a small one. So this is the postage size. The scale is at 1. Let's put it up to the middle and see what that looks like. So let's download that. Now let's check out what the size is. So there we go. You can see it's quite big on the screen. It's easy to see. It's easy for me to mark, and it is ready for submission into D2L. Good luck with your assignment, and please make sure to ask me any questions if you have any.